Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, the T on MPD and relationships. Hello everyone. To all of my new subscribers and new family members, hello, hi, welcome. And to my tribe and family at large, welcome back, fam. Thank you all so much for coming back and watching another video, fam. You know I'm always wanting to talk about that live stream, y'all. We had a great time in the live stream on last night. If you did not get a chance to join us, I would love to just encourage you to go watch that live stream. I really do believe that it'll bless your soul. Y'all, we were live last night. I think it was like 5:30 or somewhere around there. But definitely wrapping up the Are You Spiritually Compromised series. So I'd love for y'all to go and check that out. And I'd love to see your face in the place, okay? So if you are on the YouTube or the Facebook platform, I'd love for you to turn your notification bells on so you know when exactly we're going to go live. And not only that, but when we drop a video, okay? So I'd love for you to do that and make sure that you have your face in the place, because this is where we get the additional information. This is where we go from healing to wholeness to boldness. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it, because it is a blessing to be able to get on that live stream and to really learn about all of the things that we need to know to be able to heal from the inside out. You know, the soulish part of who we are. It is so important. So yeah, you gotta be able to heal the soul. And especially after you go through narcissistic abuse, it is very important that we do that soul work. All right. So y'all know, listen, let me see your face in the place, all right? If you can. Y'all know I'm about to ask y'all to do what? Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that. Can you hit that like button for me? Y'all know the goal of the day is 2.1K plus on the likes. Y'all already know what time it is. If you're rocks with your girl, hit that like button, all right? I would love for you to do that. For those of you that are already hitting the like button, I want to say thank you. Ooh. I appreciate you. My hat's off to you. Mwah. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And so those of you that are still struggling with that, I hope you just go ahead on and just hit it when you open up the video. All right? Can you do that for your girl? All right, y'all. Also, want to plug, last but not least, pick up your copy of Seduced by Satan. Listen, it is my first book collaborative effort. I want y'all to know that, listen, I went in on these birds every chapter. Yes, I did. I went in on them every chapter. So I want y'all to pick up your copy today. Listen, buy a copy for yourself and somebody else. And guess what? Recommend it to your book club. Yes, honey. Recommend it to your book club, okay? I'm sure they will. They will thank you later. All right? Listen, I'd love for you to pick up your copy, okay? And then when you do, drop a comment below. Let us know how you like the book. All right? Y'all, let's jump into the topic of this video. I want to get right to it. I want to talk about the fact that your decision to remain no contact, okay? How that's affecting the narcissist and the new supply. Y'all, this is a good one. This is a good one. Y'all probably think that, why would your decision to remain no contact, why would that have any bearing on the narcissist and the new supply? Like, what's up with that? I know, right? It does, though. It really does. Remember I said some time ago, and I have said it on other videos, that the narcissist feels that there is no fun when there's no one to cheat on, okay? That's how the narcissist gets down. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. That's how they really do feel like that. And so I think sometimes we make the mistake of thinking just because the narcissist is with the new supply that they don't have a desire to reach out. They don't have, they've made their choice. And basically, they're with the new supply and your history. That couldn't be farther from the truth. Okay? It really could not be. It couldn't be farther from the truth. I want y'all to understand, when we're in this video, that's what we're going to explore. We're going to talk about how your decision to remain no contact is going to affect that narcissist and the new supply. So let's get it. Now, when we talk about the new supply and the dynamic between the two of them, most of the time, I'm going to be honest with y'all, the new supply is not new. They're not. The new supply is not new. This is somebody that has been back there. The narcissist runs back to this particular individual each time, they are in the middle of a breakup or in the middle of a discard. Now the time has come up for that new supply to, I guess, take their rightful place in the top position. And that only happens because these supplies right here that I'm talking about, the one that the narcissist runs back to like that, this is going to be considered your forever supply. These are the people that narcissists deal with in between the breakups and things like that. And it's also the person, that's another bird that watched you go through all of the stuff that you went through, probably sat up and laughed about it and had their conversation or whatever they wanted to say about it and then kept it moving. But, these are some different ones. Okay. But the point of the matter is this. Yes, the narcissist is toxic, but this supply is just as toxic. Okay. So, what they're doing is they're running back to them. Okay. Now, the narcissist doesn't intend to stay over there with that new supply. Okay. Or the forever supply. The narcissist did not leave you with the intention that you were going to cut them off and basically not allow them to have access to you anymore. That was not the plan. So they got over there and basically took a break with the new supply. Yeah, so they got over there and took a break with the new supply. This is what they were planning to do. The narcissist did not give you, the narcissist basically gave you no closure because their plan is not to stay with the new supply or that forever supply. Their plan is to get back to you. But here's the deal. They ain't never looked for you to be on some, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. You've never done that. So what is going on? In the narcissist's mind, they're like, what is happening? They can't, you've decided to remain no contact. That's a huge problem because anytime that, they've gone and tried this before, you've been right there for them to come back to. You know what I'm saying? They tell you a few sweet nothings, love bomb you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how they do this. They love bomb you a little bit. They say, oh, I didn't mean to do that. We was just tripping. Our communication was off. Telling you crazy stuff like that, right? And then you're sitting there thinking, okay, all right, let's try this over. Let's try to do the reset. How many of y'all talk about you and the narcissist? You and the narcissist hit that reset button. How many times did you do that? You're going to hit the reset button, they go away and come back. Hit the reset. All of that. You know what I'm saying? They love to say, oh, let's hit the reset button. But how many times did y'all hit the reset, hit the reset? How many times did I do it? But that narcissist definitely is not planning and did not plan for you to be over there talk about you ain't finna answer any more phone calls. Like you don't get to text me. You don't get to call me. You don't get to do any of that. Listen, the whole point of the matter of them leaving was for you to miss them, for them to put you on hiatus for a minute, to get over there with that forever supply or whatever type of new supply they've selected, change the oil a little bit, get a different environment, and come right on back to you. Like, what's your problem with that? That's what the narcissist is thinking. Well, like, and of course we got a problem with it. Because first of all, you're not about to be monkey branching from one bed to the next. Because this is what they love to do with their nasty behinds. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, forget protection. And I know y'all got some stories about how y'all, the narcissist done put you right up in the urgent care a whole bunch of times. You understand what I'm saying? But this is how they get down, fam. This is what they do. So when you decide that you're no longer going to have any contact with them and they have given you no closure, and basically the scheme and the tactics, all of the manipulation that they have done before with you, and you are not accepting that at this time, like that's over. You sitting there looking at them like the gig is up, dude. Like it's over. Man, this is devastating because guess what? It only works with that forever or new supply. It's only working out decently because they knew or they know that they can come back And they gonna get tired of that new supply. Some of y'all got stories. I want to know, was it 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4, 5, or 6? Sometimes they get up to about 8. Okay, then they're gonna be coming right back. But once you basically communicate to the narcissist, and how they find this out is that they call, they're blocked. They text, they're blocked. They try to email, they're blocked. They try to direct message on your social media, you block them on everything. Okay, you decided that no, this time it's gonna be different. I'm not gonna let you text me, call me, or anything. Like your access is revoked, denied, whatever you want to call it. Okay. So once you decide to do that, they over there with that forever supply, the one that they kept going back and forth with when they were with you. Yeah, that one right there. So what they're gonna do now to them is, it's not and things could really be going okay, smooth, calm with them. The narcissist, once they find out you've done this, and I know y'all probably, those of y'all watching this video probably did this very thing. Once they find out that you've basically cut them off all the way around, all hell's gonna break loose between them and that new supply. New supply didn't do anything to them, or the forever, whatever you want to call it, didn't do anything to the narcissist. They haven't been arguing with them, going back and forth or whatever. So this argument and the devaluation is gonna come out of nowhere. Because now they just found out that the one that they really want to get back to is no longer available. So and the breakdown of what happens though is that when that thing hits their ego about what you've done, that right there is the most devastating part to a narcissist, because they already have low self-esteem. They already are dealing with that low self-worth factor, and all of the crap that is in between that. So they're already dealing with the validation. They don't they don't have that validation that you gave them. That new supply can't confirm them and affirm them like you did. So that's why they kept you on that short leash, so to speak, trying to keep you in the picture. And matter of fact, when they went over there to the new supply, they wanted you to agree to be friends with them. And you were just like, I'm going to have to think about that or whatever. But they've done this, several times before. So what's the problem? Now you've changed and you've made that decision. Yeah, so I'm going to tell you something. It's not looking good over there. It's not paradise. I don't care what it looks like on social media. And a lot of times what will happen is the narcissist, when something like this happens and you remove all access, the narcissist will stop posting pictures with the new supply. You'll stop seeing pictures of them online. You won't hear from basically it's going to be like the narcissist goes and puts themselves and that supply in hiding. Why do they do that? Because you have now decided to do something that you've never done before. And the narcissist is trying to say, oh, well, they're trying to make it look like they're no longer with the new supply. That's a lie. Okay. They still got something going on with them. But at the same time, they're trying to see how can they make this situation work where they can pull you back in. Well, it's over, boo. Yep, it's over. Because you decided that it's not going to happen again. So what's going to happen now is that narcissist is stuck over there with that clown that they put a crown on. And just like we put that crown on the narcissist clown. Okay, they stuck over there. And so this is a real big problem for the narcissist. Because the supply that you gave them and what you actually did for them, they can't get that in the new supply. So guess who else is getting ready to suffer behind this? The family, the children. They go into their job acting stupid. They are cutting up, clowning wherever. And some of y'all done heard stories about this. The flying monkeys call, the family members call. Because remember, they can't get in touch with you anymore. Okay? They can't get in touch with you. So this has your decision to remain no contact has a devastating effect on them in the new supply. And not only just them, but the narcissist themselves, because the narcissist prides themselves on always being able to stay in your life. Okay, always being able to come back. That is something that their ego needs. It needs that because they can, what they tell themselves, and I'm so good, I'm so wonderful, I'm so, they just so entitled. They can come and go with you as they please. Okay. Is that what you thought? Well, the jig is up, buddy. But y'all got them over there spinning. You got them over there spinning. You got them over there looking real crazy right about now because guess what? You just switched up the game on them and they wasn't ready for that. They wasn't ready for that. The new supply wasn't ready for it either. They over there going through it. For real. So when you see this happening, with the narcissist, and you see now that they're starting to hide that new supply, that's why. Because you basically made a decision to make the no contact permanent. That was not in the plan. Is the new supply still around? Yeah. But I can guarantee you won't see them on social media like you did before. Because don't you ever think that they done gave up on the fact of trying to get back. Because see, you didn't shame them. You didn't do any of that. You just left in your silence and your power. Okay? That's what you did. I commend you for that. Walk, stand, run in your power. Do all that. Do all that. Because at the end of the day, they never deserved you in the first place. Okay? But that is what's happening right now. They got to go over there and now they got to do that fake positive intermittent reinforcement with the new supply. Clowns. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all, that's what's happening. So listen, I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend, holiday weekends, Labor Day. Take really good care of yourselves, okay? Be safe. I love y'all, fam. And I will see you all healed and whole at the top. Shalom, family.